Hey there, Resident Evil fans! As we all know, the Resident Evil 4 remake has taken the gaming world by storm, and it's got us thinking, where should the series go next? In today's video, we'll dive deep into the possible future directions for the Resident Evil franchise after the RE4 remake, drawing insights from the extensive universe of the series. So let's put on our thinking caps and explore the endless possibilities. Classic horror experience. One possible direction for the Resident Evil series is to return to its roots and focus on the classic survival horror experience. According to the series creator Shinji Mikami, the franchise was originally intended to be a more horror-focused experience. Revisiting this vision could involve going back to the fixed camera angles that defined the early games, emphasizing limited resources, designing intense puzzles, and creating a spine-chilling atmosphere. Picture the nostalgic feel of the first few games combined with the advanced graphics and gameplay mechanics of today. This perfect blend of old and new would attract longtime fans and newcomers alike. Additionally, exploring iconic locations with fresh details and narratives could add an extra layer of depth to the series. New characters and settings. Another exciting possibility is to introduce new characters and settings. Resident Evil has always been known for its diverse and engaging cast, and it might be time for fresh faces to take the spotlight. The franchise has a vast universe with many potential storylines to explore. By introducing new protagonists and locations, Capcom could expand the universe, delve deeper into the franchise's lore, and offer new perspectives on the ongoing battle against biohazards. Exploring different time periods or geographical areas could also bring unique gameplay mechanics, enemies, and challenges that would breathe new life into the series. Action-adventure direction. Resident Evil has dabbled in more action-oriented gameplay in the past, and that's a direction worth revisiting. Titles like Resident Evil 6 leaned heavily into action, and while they received mixed reception, there's still potential in this approach. With more emphasis on gunplay, hand-to-hand combat, and adrenaline-pumping action sequences, the franchise could attract a wider audience and capitalize on the popularity of the action-adventure genre. Of course, it's essential to strike a balance between thrilling action and the tense horror atmosphere that fans have come to love. By refining the balance between horror and action, Capcom could create a unique experience that satisfies both longtime fans and those who prefer a more action-packed gaming experience. Co-op experience. The Resident Evil series has seen some success with cooperative gameplay in titles like Resident Evil 5 and 6, and it might be time to revisit this approach. Cooperative gameplay added a new dimension to the series, with players enjoying the chance to team up with friends and tackle the horrors together. By incorporating a cooperative campaign, or even a separate multiplayer mode, Capcom could provide fans with the opportunity to team up with friends and tackle the horrors together. This could lead to new gameplay mechanics, strategic elements, and a broader range of replayability options. Focusing on teamwork and collaboration, Capcom could design memorable set pieces and challenges that require players to rely on one another to survive. Experimenting with new genres. Resident Evil has always been known to experiment with new genres, as seen in games like Resident Evil, Outbreak, and the more recent Resident Evil, Resistance. These spin-off titles brought different gameplay styles to the franchise, such as online multiplayer and asymmetrical gameplay. Perhaps Capcom should continue to explore these spin-off titles and experiment with different gameplay styles. This could range from tactical shooters to puzzle games, allowing the franchise to explore new facets of its universe and appeal to an even broader audience. Reviving old spin-offs. Another approach Capcom could consider is revisiting older spin-offs that have garnered a cult following. Titles like Resident Evil, Outbreak, and Resident Evil, Code, Veronica have their dedicated fan base, and remaking or remastering these games could generate excitement among longtime fans. By reviving these classic spin-offs with modern graphics, gameplay, and quality-of-life improvements, Capcom could provide fans with a sense of nostalgia while also delivering a fresh experience. Branching narratives. One idea that could take the series in a fascinating direction is incorporating branching narratives and decision-making elements. By allowing players to make choices that impact the story's outcome, Capcom could provide a more personalized and immersive experience. Players could feel the consequences of their decisions, adding a layer of depth to the gameplay and replayability. This approach would also encourage fans to discuss and debate different story outcomes and choices, creating a more engaged and connected community. In conclusion, the Resident Evil series has come a long way, and the RE4 remake leaves it at a crossroads full of exciting possibilities. Whether it's returning to the classic horror experience, introducing new characters and settings, or experimenting with new genres, there's no shortage of potential paths for the franchise. We can't wait to see where Capcom takes us next, and we're sure you're just as excited. So, what do you think? What direction would you like to see Resident Evil take in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Resident Evil discussions and gaming content. Until next time, stay safe out there and happy gaming.